Violent surge came ashore Wednesday afternoon at 2, spitting like an angry serpent. There was nothing we could do. Blew down a sturdy pier, flattened Times Square, swept down Estero Boulevard. It didn't stop there. Took hundreds of our houses, lifted them off their bays, saw them float on down the street and out to the back bay. Shops had opened on that morning, gone by the afternoon. Too many people died that day, making this a sad tune. We got hit by a deadly hurricane, and Ian was its name. It pounded us day and night. Didn't know if we'd come out alright. We got to band together and build back better, 'cause we're Fort Myers Beach strong. People are coming from all over to try and lend a hand, coming from Ohio and Wisconsin to help any way they can. They're not doing it for the money or to garner respect or fame. They're doing it 'cause they love our town. They deserve the acclaim. We got hit by a deadly hurricane, and Ian was its name. It pounded us day and night. Didn't know if we'd come out alright. We've got to band together and build back better, 'cause we're Fort Myers Beach strong. We got hit by a deadly hurricane, and Ian was its name. It pounded us day and night. Didn't know if we'd come out alright. Got to band together and build back better, 'cause we're Fort Myers Beach strong. We're Southwest Florida strong. Florida strong.
Hello, America, and welcome to the #1 radio station in all of Fort Myers Beach. This is Beach Talk Radio. Coming to you live from the home studio they paid way too much to build. The one and only husband and wife duo who've never had a fight. Yeah, right. Your hosts for the talk of Southwest Florida, Kim and Ed Ryan.
And a good evening, everybody, and welcome to a Friday night happy hour show. Michigan, Tupper Lake, New York. Tupper Lake, New York. Yeah. Pennsylvania. Welcome to the gun show. That must be me.
Oh.
West Chicago, Wisconsin.
Your shirt on.
It's Friday. It's time to relax. Flex.
Not doing that.
No? What's that? Uniontown, Pennsylvania. Blueberry vodka and Sprite. Fort Myers Beach. Candy is on Fort Myers Beach. No way. Where'd you see that?
Just go up a little bit. UK.
United Kingdom. Very nice. So nice to see everybody tonight.
Iowa.
We have some guests and we have some announcements because we can't talk for a whole hour. All righty. Here we go. So here's the first thing that we want to tell you about. Before we get to the money total, we have the money total coming up. The Amazon wish list will officially shut down on Sunday. So if you wanted to donate something to Buttonwood and deliver to our house, you have to do it before Sunday. So you can get on the Amazon wish list. Stop licking. Stop.
And then after that, will they just go to Buttonwood?
If somebody wants to pick it up from there and have all those supplies delivered to their house, that's fine. But we have to, at some point, we have to move it on to somebody else. So that's the plan. Sunday night at 5:00. You know, the deliveries have kind of died down, and that was expected. Nothing lasts forever. So Sunday night at 5:00 will be the.
You mean like marriages?
No, those are supposed to last forever, aren't they? What are you saying there? What's your point? We're coming up on 35 years wait, how many? 2 weeks. 2 weeks. All right. So that's the first thing. The second thing, we want to give you our fundraising total. But before that, that's a little teaser. We're going to bring in our first guest. There he is, Roger Scarborough. Roger, nice hat, man.
Yeah, somebody gave it to me when I was down at Fort Myers Beach. They didn't want to wear it anymore, so they passed it on to me.
So, Roger, first of all, explain to everybody your connection to Fort Myers Beach. We see you down there. We met you at Beach Timeout.
Yes, you did. We were trying to figure that out tonight. I think we've been coming down there 22 years. We've been staying at the Edison. We stayed at the Edison all those years. Mm-hmm. And we found it in a softball tournament. My daughter played, fell in love with it, booked the next year, and it's just history ever since. We've been coming down 3 times a year now. We're coming back down in May, and we're back down in July again. So we just fell in love with the town. And it's a shame what's happened. But, you know, you guys will all build back, and you guys did a great job. And of course, with all the support you're getting from everybody across the country, man, you're getting tons of support, and you two are working your little tails off. Let me tell you something, man. I'll tell you that right now. You guys are really, really working it. So that's our connection with Fort Myers. So
yeah.
Thank you. That was very nice.
Yes. And I think we always see or saw each other at Pete's Timeout. And I think maybe the last time, no, it was at Pete's, but we saw you at the parade, where we were outside the Whale. Which parade was that? The 4th of July parade. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you also work for Generac, so your company came in huge need for us down here.
Well, I'm an independent dealer. Generac, you're set up as independent dealers, so that's my main crux for the past 13 years. I've been a Generac dealer. I've been an electrician for 40 years. So I did make an attempt to speak to Generac about getting something down, and I was told a local dealer is taking care of it. So we kind of were told to, step off basically as a dealer. We're the largest dealer in our area. We do 140 to 200 installations a year, and I wanted to, but I was told to step off. Now I think I overheard you in one show. There's a waiting list for generators down there at this point in time.
Yeah. Yeah, down at Buttonwood, I think last time I checked with Dan and Heidi, they said it was like 50 people. So we got a delivery of I have to check and see who donated them, but we got a delivery of 7 or 8 today in the garage. Yeah,
I haven't even been to
So we'll be sending those down tomorrow. So yeah,
that's what's tough about this situation is you get all this, right in the beginning, and when everyone's got their eyes on it, you get a lot of help, which is appreciated, obviously, but a lot of people couldn't get down here right away. I mean, this is going to be a long process. Even, some people are just getting started. So
yeah,
tough.
Yeah. And then, like I said, I did reach out, and I basically, here's where we are, so that's why we've been doing the donation of the money figuring, okay, we can do that. And not to make a story out of it, but when it looks like the hurricane was going to scrape you guys initially, skirt and go to Tampa or not be that big, I said, we'll go down there for a week with a hammer and nail. We'll go down with the truck and try to fix stuff. And obviously what occurred, and we just can't get down there to really volunteer. So I said, you know what, we'll donate. We'll see what we can do in other places. I bought the t-shirts from Pete's. They came in the other day. I could get your t-shirt. I know Nevers Nelly's has the t-shirt out.
Yeah, everybody does.
Yeah. We're going to try to buy. I mean, and I need more t-shirts. I need a hole in the head, but we're going to buy them and try to give them out to people. I may give them out on some of the prizes of some of the events that we do with the hobby show, which is what you're viewing now, the Old School Dance Party. This is like a hobby.
Tell us.
That's what I was just.
Tell us about what.
Let me. Your setup there, like
way cooler than ours.
Come on, they don't have that kind of setup. So what else are you doing?
Yeah, look what we got in the background. We got friggin' blowfish back there.
Well, Ed, you got to get more creative, brother. You know marketing. You got to market and brand. If I marketed and brand like I did the generators, obviously, if I took all that energy from that to here, I'd have your job. You know what I'm saying? So, but what this is I was a DJ full time back in the day. I started in 1978 DJing. And that's when DJ and disco all broke out and everybody had a DJ. And then obviously the wheels fell off that wagon. We all went our separate ways in our trade. And so we got together before COVID and decided, hey, let's try to do it again. Because we go to events and I'll be honest with you, we paid $50 a plate and the DJ was terrible. And my wife had to hold my arm back. I says, look, this guy is terrible. And so we got together with some of the old guys. We tried a couple of things before COVID. And then of course that came. We did Facebook. Well, Facebook's a pain in the tail because of the algorithm computer. They drop you every 20 minutes. They drop you. Monica was working. My wife was working 2 different cameras. And those videos are terrible. They're out there. I keep taking them down. They're bad. Yeah. And so then it's evolved from that into this on a Saturday night where we just do the audio. And I have a lot of people that listen. I got people that listen on the chat board that can chat on the site that never met each other yet. And they're going to meet each other Saturday. We're doing events Saturday. And they listen. And it's a lot of fun. The whole theme is peace, love, and happiness. There's no fee. Like I start a show at 7:00 tonight when I'm done I fire up everything. I may have 20 people. I may have 50 people. I may have 100 people. I may have 10. And we play for 3-4 hours, play all kind of music. They dance in our living room. And obviously I'm sitting here. I know you don't have it, but I have 2 laptops, 4 monitors, 2 cell phones, and I get IMs. I get text messages on the other. I get emails on the other. And I can do this a little bit because I'm blessed during my daytime job. I'm really blessed with what I do during the day.
So how do people listen? How can people listen?
Well, you can go to mixlr.com. Okay. That's mixlr.com. You go up into the search window where the little magnifying glass is. You type in WPLH. Up will come Old School Dance Party. You tap on that and you can listen in the background. If you're on Facebook, when I'm on the air, there's a logo that comes up. I think I said it to you a couple of times. You can actually tap on that logo and it takes you right to the site and you can listen. All the shows are recorded, so you can also listen to the show like later on down the road, like your show is. And there's people that sit at work and listen to it, and that's how you listen that way. And like I said, it's very basic. Now there are people that go further with it who can sign in, create a username, and they come up on Facebook like a chat board. So I'll have an iPad here with a monitor, and I have people talk about recipes, what they're doing, what they're drinking. Hey, we like this.
Oh, well, that's pointing for tonight. Yeah.
So, what is tell me that.
And by the way, don't get any ideas when he's rattling off all the equipment he's got.
He's only got 4 laptops here. I think I could do this with 3.
Sure, you could.
Hey, what is the 3 top requested songs on your show?
The 3 top requested, well, we got Shaggin', which is a dance out of North Carolina. It's done by what's called Shaggin'. General Johnson.
Is that a song?
It's a song, right.
Janet Jackson?
What's that?
Did you say Janet Jackson?
No, General Jackson.
Oh, of course, General Jackson.
You wouldn't know that. It's from North Carolina. It's actually a dance. I know a lot of people know Shaggin' from thinking it's something else. But it is an actual dance that started in the Carolinas. Top requested song. Of course.
Everybody knows that.
Everybody likes anything from the Temptations, anything Motown up in our area. We're from the Philadelphia area. So this is anything Motown.
Motown rock, man. That kicks some ass, Motown.
And really disco. I mean, there's a lot of people who listen
I see you kept your
Get a lot of requests for Shaka Khan.
That's not disco.
Yeah, Shaka Khan. Yeah, Shaka Khan's
kind of rhythm. That's like rhythm and bluesy. Hey,
No,
I see you.
go
I
ahead.
see you kept your disco ball from the 70s there too. It's making me blind with the.
Well-
I've only had 2 drinks, but it's making me nuts, giving me a migraine.
Well,
What's going on there?
Well, I'm down in the basement. I have a studio, and the first batch of lights that I bought.
Roger, stop.
Yeah, we're gonna get it.
You have.
I'm gonna start
You're gonna
digging
get
I'm gonna start digging in the
ideas.
backyard to build a basement.
Right, and we have. So I put the lights up because I need the energy. So the lights and the sound. I stand the whole night and keeps the energy level going. When I did it, but without the lights, and I sat on a stool, you were like a DJ on a radio station. You couldn't create the energy.
Boring. Right.
So I'm up here dancing. Monica's dancing upstairs, listening, and then
Why is she upstairs? Why is she upstairs and not downstairs on the dance floor?
When she comes down here, she can only hear the music. She can't hear. Yeah. She can't hear me on the mic, and I'm on a 40-second delay. So when I walk up there to get something, she's singing something from 40 seconds ago. So
gotcha.
I have a good laugh.
Night Fever is a good one. Who
Night
sings Night
Fever,
Fever, Roger? Who
Fever.
sings that song?
The Bee Gees. The Bee Gees. It came from the Saturday Night Fever. Yep. That was what brought disco to the mainstream. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, we've done complete disco nights. Sure.
No shots for me, Krista. No shots. Only
no shots.
Do that.
No, Chris. I'm watching the audience go by here, and Krista was asking if I do shots. I don't do shots. Shots are bad for you, people. They make you drunk really fast, and that's not what we want. Look at Jacinta from Margaritas says, "Can't wait, Roger and your wife, to visit the new Margaritas. They're opening a new Margaritas.
Yeah,
can't tell you where that. Of course, they haven't told me where yet either. So
they said something about being about a couple miles away from the island.
No, you can't tell them anybody. It's a secret.
They had it on Facebook. They had it on Facebook.
Oh, all right.
She didn't send it to me. She had it on Facebook.
Relax, Roger. Stop yelling at me.
All right, I'm sorry.
What are you drinking there? What's that drink that you have there?
I have
Looks like
water.
whiskey. No, you lie. No.
What
were
do
you drinking? Was it whiskey?
You mean bourbon?
Oh, bourbon.
No,
he's drinking bourbon straight up. That's a real man drinking bourbon straight up.
I sip it straight up when I'm doing a little bit in between the show to take the edge off.
So you're doing a 3 or 4 hour show. How many drinks are you hammering down by the last song?
I do like 2 sips throughout the night because I'm busy and then
dizzy. I'd be dizzy too. I'd
be
dizzy too.
You're dizzy. You're dizzy all the time. You're dizzy all the time, brother. Sometimes we got to figure out whether you've been drinking or not.
Yeah. You know? So. Listen, we didn't invite you on to talk about your show, although it's nice to hear about it. We invited you on because of your donations. Now, you've been friggin' hammering out the donations to our fund here, and tell us how much you contributed so far.
Well, Monica did a calculation, and I think we're right. We're somewhere around the $7,000 mark. I think overall from the time you started. From the time we started, yeah.
Every time I look at my Venmo account, there's another $1,000 from Roger, people. So give him a big round of applause. That's unbelievable.
Thank you.
That's super nice. Thank you for doing that. And the dogs are giving you a round of applause, by the way. They appreciate how much you've given.
Well, yeah, that's like I said, we couldn't do anything else, and we really felt helpless. And I'll tell you what, we were really heartbroken. There was a lot of tears in his house when the first video showed. We were just there the week before. We were there and left that Saturday, and it came Thursday. We were supposed to stay that week. We wanted that week, and they were all booked for some reason. Edison, so I said, I'll give us the week before, and so we would have been there during that whole whatever. And like I said, we were telling everybody who says, "Oh, your little town that you love got." I said, "Yeah, we were at those places. We were at Pete's. We were at Margaritas. We were at the Yucatan. Yeah. We were at the Whale. We were at all those places." And now you look at it, and it's really so. Like I said, we sat here and I said, "Well, I can't do this. I can't do that." I tried, like I said, with Generac, and here's where we are with that. And I said, "Well, just do it this way. We'll pull money out of every job or something. We'll work it out somewhere. We'll just tack it on. Nobody knows it's going out. My customers don't get the beach. If you're not down there and you don't have that, like I love to do a benefit up here for it, but it'd be like pulling teeth because if you can't get the people who enjoy the beach, they're not going to get Fort Myers Beach. I mean, that's what it is. It was a beach town. And I mean, it still is. It's going to be. And so that's where that comes from. So that comes from the heart, basically. Those donations are coming from our hearts, and that's what we send down there. And you're going to see more of them pop up, as we go, to try to get it, help somebody. Because a lot of servers we all know. We know all the servers. We know all the servers, and these people got, man, they lost their jobs, their house, their car. I mean, as long as you lost your car, you lost everything. And that's what we try to do. And I'm glad we're able to do it. I'm blessed that I'm able to do that. The people can't do that. and you know, we're blessed, and so we want to pass that blessing on, basically.
Well, thank you for that. $7,000 is an unbelievable amount to donate.
Yeah.
And in addition to that, folks, you might remember that there was a time where the folks in Times Square were trying to keep the weekend. What was the name of the
sunset concerts?
Sunset celebration going, where they had bands every Friday and Saturday night. Part of the reason was because the entertainment was awesome. Part of the reason was because there was a street preacher that would go up and down the friggin' Times Square and yell obscenities about people sinning.
He didn't
and
yell obscenities. He was a street preacher, but he
whatever it was. He judged people
about
their clothing and their sex life and the whole thing. And so to bring back the music, it would drown out the street preacher. Because it's a public square and everyone has a right to speak in the public square. But anyway, so Roger donated, if I'm not, you correct me if I'm wrong, $10,000 to that fund to keep it going. Is that correct?
I can't remember what I'd have to.
Yeah, I can remember. It was $10,000. You liar. Of course, it was $10,000. I knew it was.
I can't remember. To be honest with you, I can't remember. I know we donated something. I don't disagree with you. But he
just loves the beach that much.
Monica could tell you. She takes care of the book. So I just handed her.
Can you pull Monica on the screen there so we can say hello to her?
I don't know if she'll come down. Hold on a minute. I don't know.
I mean, we haven't seen her since I'd rather talk to your wife sometimes than talk to you. She's much nicer.
Well, I feel the same way. If we could split the screen, I'd slide it over and just see Kim. I don't know if she'll come down. Give me a second. I'll holler for her.
All right. Well, we can figure out what to talk about. So.
You look like you have one of those collars on, like whiplash collars with that thing.
He can't even mute himself. He starts yelling. He's not even muting himself.
All right. She says she's coming down. I don't know.
Oh, nice. Well, everybody needs to say hello to her. Look at Jacinta. Can't wait to talk to her.
She says she looks awful.
Wait a second. Where are you guys located? Where are you?
We're in Croydon, Pennsylvania, outside of Philadelphia.
Okay, all right.
All right, let me put Monica on. Hold on.
Yeah, and the microphone's right in her way there, so you can't. There she is, everybody.
Hi.
Monica, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
It's so good to see you again.
It's so good to see you guys too.
Yeah, we miss you.
Yeah. We miss you guys. Oh, we always have so much fun down there.
Yeah. Well, we hope they can come down sometime soon. Who knows when, but. Thank you so much for all the donations and it's just crazy what's going on. It's crazy.
I know it is. It's very sad to see this, but
we'll figure it out, right? Well, it'll be back.
Yes.
Keeping the books. Yeah. Keeping the books and writing the checks.
Doing all that. So
you have to tell your husband to stop talking about all his equipment because
I'm going to go out and buy
ideas. He's giving Ed ideas.
Yeah.
Now, what is your favorite disco song, Monica?
Oh goodness, I don't know what my favorite I like them all.
Do you have a special request list that you give to Roger before his show launches and make sure he plays them? So.
Sometimes I do. Sometimes he gets a lot of other requests from everybody else, so I always back off. But I do. I just do. I like the Tramps.
The Tramps.
The Cool in the Gang.
Yeah. The Gang.
Yes,
that's a Motown right there.
So or disco, I think, or Motown,
disco.
or Cool in the Gang.
Motown disco. Yeah. I don't know what I'm talking about.
So now, do you know how to do that shag dance or shagging? What was it?
Is that a dance?
Yeah, it is. It's like just 6 steps, and we were practicing.
Can you show
us? Let's see it.
Oh,
let it rip.
I can't. No, it's basically for your feet. You do your feet 6 steps, 2 steps forward, 2 steps back, and then to the side. So we were practicing.
What do you do with your hands?
That doesn't sound like much of a dance.
No, it's
your hands are just at your side, like.
No, it's a couples dance. So you're holding the other couples.
Oh, we're not doing that. We're not touching each other. That ain't happening. You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of Mean Gene, the dancing machine from the Gong Show. All he did was, a few steps forward, a few steps back.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
We were practicing it last night.
Nice. Cool. Well, we thank you. Thank you guys so much. And we hope to see you soon. I mean,
I hope so too.
Sooner the better.
So. I hope so. Here, I'm going to put Roger on.
All right.
Okay. It's good talking to you, y'all. Take care.
Thank you.
You too.
Monica, everybody. And now for one final soiree, Roger, thank you so much, man. And good luck on your show tonight. And A little Cool in the Gang wouldn't hurt anybody tonight.
All right, well, tune in and fire up, and we'll turn on for you. I got one I want to play for you. I got something I want to play for you. I don't know if you'll pick it up. You want to?
What is it?
Well, it's an original Fort Myers Beach song.
Oh, yeah?
Now, I'm going to have to take the headsets off, and you're going to have to pick it up off the monitors. I don't know how it's going to sound because it was a bad cut to begin with. But
you might get us kicked us off Facebook, but what the hell do we care? We only have 9 listeners anyway.
Okay, let me see if this works.
All right.
It's going to work. Hold on. Let me see. I'm going to drop it down.
Look at Sherry's talking about doing the hustle. Do you remember that?
Do the hustle. Send us a video, Sherry. If you send us a video of that, we'll definitely play it.
Let me tell you where I've been.
Sounds like Willie Nelson.
Why I've been so hard to reach.
Who is it?
Anybody know who it is?
Just soaking up sunshine.
It's Jimmy Bond.
I'm sending you greetings from Fort Myers Beach.
I don't believe you, Chris.
I can get my whiteboard.
Why?
So I could say.
All right, Chris. All right. He's got to put his headphones on.
Hold on, I got to dig it up.
Yeah. Who was that? Who was singing? Was that Willie?
Harry Boyle.
Harry Boyle, of course.
Boyle.
Everybody knew that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he from Fort Myers?
Belafonte?
No.
Is he from Fort Myers Beach?
Yeah, that's where it was played from. If you see the video, he's playing, I think, in the VFW, and that's where I grabbed it from. Now there was another cut of that was better that I couldn't find that I first heard, and you got to search, And
look, Monica knew it was Harry Boyle. Monica knew it. Oh, yeah, of course she did. She's your wife.
Yeah. So wow. So that's a very rough cut on a good day, but we have played that at several shows, and every time I squeeze it in for everybody.
Nice.
I think it's nice. And then the other one I want to get that you guys are the one you started the show with.
Yeah, they sent us that video, but I'll share it with everybody. So yeah. All right, Roger. So let everybody know again where and how to listen to the show.
All right, you got to go to mixlr.com. Okay. Once you go there, there's no charge. You go up to the search window, which is the little magnifying glass. Type in WPLH. As soon as you type that in, it's going to come up Rock and Roger Old School Dance Party. You tap on that. And if we're on the air, it'll say we're on the air. You can listen. And which will be tonight at 7 o'clock till 10. And then if you want to get more and more familiar, you can create a username, sign in and chat. And it's like Facebook. Everyone chats with each other. And we sit here and we get people from all over the country, West Coast, Texas, parts of Florida. Some guys, there's people from Key West. I don't know who they are.
Right.
They listen. They show me their knees in a drink. I have no idea who they are. I get
music.
And anybody who loves music is going to enjoy the show. All right. And they can do that. Right. They find me on Facebook. If they're on Facebook and they find me or Old School Dance Party, when I'm on the air like tonight, they just tap on. It says tap on. It takes you right to the site. You hit play and you can play. So
all right, man.
All right.
Thanks so much for your
Thank you so much
for the donations, and we hope to see you down here soon. Let us know when you're coming down.
May is the next scheduled trip, unless something happens sooner and we get down there to do something. I'm still trying to work those variables out. It's kind of
tough. Definitely let us know.
Okay, I will, guys. Thank you so much, and thank you for what you're doing. Like I said, I can't say it enough. I know doing all the shows every night is tough, and I know you're going to count out on that. But you guys have really been. You've gotten the information out to everybody.
Thank you.
Really thank you for what you're doing also. All right, guys.
Thanks a lot. Roger Scarborough, everybody. Tune into his show tonight. We appreciate him. He's just one of those people, him and his wife that we met, I think, just sitting at Pete's Timeout, just from the show being there for 4 years. And my outgoing personality, going up to people and talking to them and making friends and shaking hands and kissing babies.
Mr. Social Skills.
All right, so let's get back to our announcements. Dan Allers is joining us tonight, if he remembers to call in. Maybe we can kill a few minutes here until Dan dials in. Okay, so
somebody was drinking strawberry rhubarb wine.
Really?
Now, my grandma used to make strawberry rhubarb.
Oh, Chris, we don't believe you.
But
Strawberry rhubarb wine. Where would you get that? Like, would you find that at the average liquor store, or is that like special delivery somewhere that you would get it? Like you have to go out somewhere special and get it.
I can't with you.
Turn the
sometimes.
microphone down so people can see your pretty face.
I'm
All right. So the donation total on Tuesday, I think, the week went so fast. I think the donation total on Tuesday was $294,000.
No way.
That was the donation total on Tuesday. Wednesday night, I had the interview with Patrick, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Thursday night was just a killer interview. Now, Thursday with Albert and, oh, shoot.
Oh, AG. No, that was him.
No.
Mark, dear
Mark Dorston.
Dorston.
Night. I mean, it was the best show that we had information wise. And we've asked them to give us more guests that could provide that kind of information, because all that information, you're all going to need it repeatedly. And there's going to be more that you're going to need, because it's just a maze of stuff that you have to do to get your house back up, or you get your house knocked down and rebuilding and the 50% thing. And so we're going to find more guests like that. And they're going to help us find them. So we're going to keep pushing out the information. So 294 on Tuesday. Are you ready? Drum roll, please. $302,512.
Wow.
302,512. That's pretty damn good for 1 month. You guys owe yourselves.
Dinky little podcast.
You guys owe yourself a round of applause. I never would have guessed it when we first said let's raise a few bucks.
Nope.
Thinking that the total would be 10,000, and then calling Venmo and saying, "Dude, your math is worse than my math is. Somebody is putting money into our account and hoodwinking you." And now we're at $302,512. Well, you know what? That's a good number. That's a nice round number. So let's end it right there. How about that? So $302,000. When the shirt sales come in, it's probably going to be closer to $310,000. So we're going to give $155 total to the Women's Club and the Community Foundation, which is half of $310,000. And that final check will be on Saturday. And then we'll have $155 total to give to the employees. And so we think that's a perfect time to say, thank you very much. Close the Venmo, close the PayPal, and move on to the next thing. Because,
there's plenty.
It's nice.
Plenty of people that are able, and I don't know willing, but I'm certainly sure they're able to take over and pick up where we left off and do a super fantastic job.
Yeah. And so we're started to accelerate the gift card situation, because we've just given up on buying them from Target and Walmart and wherever the hell else. Now I'm calling the employers and I'm just writing them checks so that we can drain that account as quickly as possible. There's still $66,000 in the Venmo account that we're trying to get out so that we can write checks. So we've given out $40,000 to the employers to give to their employees. And we're going to total $155 after tomorrow's check to the Women's Club and the Community Foundation. And that's a great job, everybody. That's $310,000 in 1 month.
Cheers,
and dinky, wait. That's just a tiny little project. And so we're going to close down the Venmo account and close down the PayPal and just give out the rest of the money. We'll keep selling the shirts. But we really want to focus on getting more information. Like, I'm happy neither one of us got fired for it's a lot of work to raise all that money. And we're certainly not complaining, but doing the show every night and raising all that money and logging in every receipt and then ordering the T-shirts and getting all that, no complaints. But, for 1 month, I say, cheers to you guys. You guys really did it. You sent it in.
Rocked it out.
And so the Amazon wish list will close Sunday at 5. We'll stop taking donations Sunday at 5. But of course, there's something else. Now, Jim Jameson called me today, And for those of you that don't know Jim Jameson, Jim has been putting on the Spirit of Christmas on Fort Myers Beach and in the local community for years and years. And him and his wife, what him and his wife do is they find families, with kids that are going to have, not the greatest Christmas of all time. And they take them to Walmart and they give them money so that they can have a great Christmas around the holidays. They give them money. The kids are able to go into the Walmart and spend the money. I don't remember the exact amount, so I don't want to screw it up, because we're going to partner up with them now, and we're going to try and find 20 families. So the reason I'm bringing up tonight is I want you guys to talk to your friends and talk to your neighbors. And if you're listening to the show and you know somebody that's on Fort Myers Beach that has kids that they got displaced, and then maybe they're living in a hotel, or maybe they're living with friends, or maybe they're in a crappy situation. The holidays are coming up. Yeah. So we're going to try and find 20 families and help Jim out for the Spirit of Christmas. You can Google the Spirit of Christmas, and you'll find exactly what Jim and his wife are doing. And, they're getting on in years, and I think that they would like to pass this off to somebody else, because, they need to take care of their health. They need to take care of themselves. But Jim just can't let go. He just cannot let go. He raises all this money by himself, and then they go to Walmart for an entire day from 7 o'clock in the morning until 9 o'clock at night, and they just let the kids go shopping. And so we're trying to find 20 families. So if you know of families that are in need with kids, please reach out to us, and we'd like to connect you with Jim and the Spirit of Christmas. Ladies and gentlemen, look, he's got the hat on. There he is, Dan Allers. How are you, Dan?
I'm good. I just noticed you got the same one.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
He needs one of those ring lights.
Yeah, but it looks like you are at the at the Buttonwood location.
Yeah, just trying to, get things tidied up for tomorrow and start again.
Yeah, I'll be bringing a few generators down with me tomorrow, so we'll be able to check some people off the list. We got a delivery of them today, so as many as we can fit in the beast, we'll drop them down there.
You can bring my car too.
Yeah.
We got some stuff too.
Yeah,
I've got. Never mind. I've been told I can't talk about it yet, so you gotta wait.
Oh, you can't do that.
Wow.
You cannot do that. You cannot do that. Is that Megan behind you that telling you can't say anything?
Is it so? Is it something you have?
They say behind every good man is a greater woman. Well, she's not behind me; she's beside me, and she just informed me that I can't say anything yet. So I've been told I have to keep it. I can't say anything, but it's good news.
Oh, good. We're all about the good news. So we did announce earlier in the show that we're gonna, close down the wish list on Amazon unless somebody else wants to take it over or something like that.
Down to you guys yet? Is Amazon delivering? Are you getting delivery service down there?
Well, I don't know if we are, but I went down to our house. Was it today or yesterday? Whatever day it was, I was down there, and we had some FedEx packages sitting in there, our wide open house, leaning against the bare studs. So somebody's delivering something. But I think if we can, I know you guys have to, probably get back to your day jobs too, and you appreciate everything you guys have done, and you've helped out a lot of people through this, and maybe we'll get lucky and we can find another place that we can pick this up and keep going as long as we can. Eventually it's going to run out. Obviously, we all know that, and but there's still a lot of people. We see it in here every day and every night that still need help. So we're not through it yet, and the last thing we want to do is people to forget about it. You go a mile and a half off the island or 2 miles off the island, it's like it never happened. But there's still a lot of people that need a lot of help. And, every day had a lady come in today that, it was the first time she saw our house. She was able to get down here, and, she was crying. Luckily, we had Foley, the mascot, here. He's like the therapy dog around here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have another therapy dog I could send down to you. Cookie could volunteer for that.
So if anybody
wants, is Cookie the bulldog?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love bulldogs. Cookie and I get along really well.
If
they
anybody
say the dogs take on the personality of their owners.
Yeah.
And the looks too. Oh, just kidding.
I wasn't going to say that.
Listen, we don't have to lock up the Amazon wish list. If somebody wants to, I mean, ideally it's closer to the beach. Ideally it's closer to Buttonwood, because that, that cuts out, us having to go through the boxes. What we want to focus on is getting more information out there and getting the guests on like we had last night. We realized when we had those guests on last night, an architect and a public adjuster, that, it's worth gold. Like having that, people really need information now, because they're either rebuilding or they're going to knock down their house, and they're in that. I think a lot of them are in that phase now. Okay, you might have electric and water back, or you're going to get it back. That, and then they need to know what they're going to do next. And those kinds of guests are the guests that we really need to focus on, and nothing lasts forever. I mean, other things will happen, and we'll help out and we'll push it out there, but we just want to be able to focus on the show and focus on the information, and maybe somebody else will pick it up.
There's
all.
So many people.
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
So many
out there.
people.
Sure.
Yeah.
I wanted to touch. I was listening to your previous guest. I'm sorry I didn't catch his name, but you were talking about music that is like great. It's probably one of my favorite types of music. Anybody that comes into Buttonwood,
disco.
Oh yeah, anything that's I heard him talk about the Temptations and like the Commodores. People often ask if you could be stuck on an island somewhere and only have one band or one type of music. For me, it'd probably be the Commodores, because they are,
really?
it's music that you can dance to. And, I thought I used to have a favorite song, but after this kind of, the hurricane happened and where we're at now and where we're kind of heading, and there's always a song that every time I hear it, if you come into the Buttonwood location, you'll hear the music playing in the background, and it's a Sonos radio station called Heatwave, and they play a little bit of Bruno Mars, anything that's kind of funk and disco and that kind of thing. And McFadden and Whitehead, they've got one of the greatest songs ever that has kind of become my motto now. And I'm actually gonna do a little dance for you, because it's so cool and it's in my head and it just makes me want to dance. It's like, ain't no stopping us now.
Oh my God. It's Friday night.
Hey, it's Friday night happy hour.
Wow. I'm going to go get something that you're not going to believe I have saved all these years. So,
jeez. Well,
this ought to be good.
Yeah, this ought to be good. So what kind of things are you in need of at this point?
Well, obviously tools have always been the thing. Generators are a big thing. Pressure washers now are becoming a big thing. As you said, we're starting to see donations, kind of the daily donations that come in nonstop, that what used to be nonstop are starting to kind of to die off. Over the last week or so, I've kind of separated myself a little bit as much as I can to try to work on other things. At some point I got to find a job.
Right.
And start working again. So,
how
bug sprays and bug sprays.
In?
What's that?
How has the traffic been in? Like,
it seems to be,
is that going up or is it staying the same?
You're talking about physical traffic going up the.
Yeah, no, people coming in to Buttonwood. Sorry.
Oh, it's been pretty steady. In the morning, it was really busy yesterday. I wasn't here. I was doing some other things, but we had a big 53-foot trailer come in. We had, some good volunteers that came in early to help out. So the traffic's been good. It's more going out now than coming in, quite honestly. So you're starting to see the shelves. There's still a ton of stuff in here, but it's, you're starting to see it dwindle down a little bit. We've gone through almost all of those mops and brooms that were brought in.
Wow.
A week ago. Yeah, they're getting down there. We've got all the plywood that the offshore teams brought in. And
wait 1 second.
So that people are coming and getting that and putting and securing their homes. So
one more serious question before he, digresses. I've noticed a lot of questions about people wanting to come down and volunteer, and where can they volunteer? Now, obviously, 820 Buttonwood is a spot, but are there other groups? Are there other areas that you're aware of, other not resources, but agencies or groups that are looking for volunteers? Because I think people, they want to come down and maybe grab a hammer, maybe clean up some debris, whatever.
Well, just thinking kind of outside the box, if it were me and I wanted to help, I would try to rally a group of people to grab shovels and rakes and bags and just go around and help people. If you're done, working on your own stuff, go around and help people go through their things. There's some people that are still just getting down here. They're looking for their personal belongings even over a month later.
Right.
That would be a good way to, we love all the volunteers that come in here, and it just pains me sometimes if I come in and we aren't getting stuff in and they're standing around, and there's always organizing and unboxing and cleaning and doing all that kind of stuff, which everybody's been great with. But, sometimes you got to look at what's the best use of your time. And, if a group of people want to come down, you got 3, 4, 5 people, a family or something, just drive down the street. If you see someone that needs a hand, just get out, grab some bags and a rake and get to work.
I know you can't see it, but somebody said the Kiwanis is looking for volunteers. So
are they?
Keep that in mind too. Yeah.
Always. Yeah.
And keep Lee County beautiful. And
the thing with a location like what you created down there, Dan, is that you never know when it ends. I mean, you never know what to do when, there's no blueprint for what's going on down there. You never know how long people are going to need what they need. And so how long do you keep it going? And, you have to stop going there every day. You have other things that you need to do.
Well, that's what he said while you were out. That he needs to get ready to go get it.
Somebody did ask what your line of work was.
I'm trying to do it, be here really, really early in the morning. I'm a really early riser, so I try to get here early in the morning and try to get it set up for them before anybody else really gets out of bed, so that when people get in here, it's ready to go, and then I can go do the things that I need to get done. And then at the end of the night, I'll come back like this and, try to get it, set back up for the next morning and deal with what you can. But so I'm trying to do it in times when nobody's here. And, I'm like everybody else. I need a little downtime myself too. And for me, being here early in the morning or being here late at night kind of lets me, re-energize or refocus or remember why we're doing what we're doing and continue on the next day. But, I was just thinking as we're talking, what would be a nice thing. And I think when I was on with you, when we were at Buckets, you got this yellow army now. It'd be really cool if we could set something up. If you guys can help me out with it, our beaches are our most important asset. And there's still a lot of stuff on the beach that could be cleaned up, and as well as the mangroves.
Whoa.
Am I still in your thunder?
We had a conversation, me and Patrick, when she took the night off because she had to do some kind of, she was getting her hair done or whatever.
No, I was not getting my hair done.
She just took the night off. So Patrick, we were trying to come up with ideas like what people want to do something like what is something that we can rally people around to do? And we don't know what the rules, like clean the beach was the number one thing, but we couldn't figure out what the rules are. Like, are you allowed to just go out on the beach right now and clean it up? Is it safe to do that? Can you just go out there and do that? Because if you can, we'll set that up.
Well, nobody's restricting anybody from the beach as far as I know. So, if it's no different than even before the storm. People would go out to watch sunset, and Megan and I would do it all the time, and many other people. And you bring a bag and you pick things up as you
parking?
go.
Parking is free. Parking is free right now.
Can you park? It's been since last week. Can you?
There are places to park, right?
Is Lynn Hall Park? Do they have that cornered off for debris removal?
Right now, it's fine where you can, right? They look like you can find a place to park, right?
Well, I would, just
stay out of the way.
That's the important thing, let the cleanup people do their job and get, obviously there's ways you can carpool. You get minivans and bring 6 people in a car instead of 6 individual cars. Figure out a way to make it work.
Like a clown car.
All right, man.
Just push everybody
That's
in
a
like
great
a clown
idea.
car.
I love that idea.
I do too.
I love it.
I need them working out.
Hundreds of people, even if they had to walk over the bridge.
Maybe you can work with Keep Lee County Beautiful there. They've been obviously excellent at helping after fireworks displays and shows and and stuff like that. So
listen, Dan, we're the
I'm just
number
trying
one
to-
radio station in Fort Myers Beach. We don't need keep Lee County beautiful. We don't need people like that. We can handle.
Mr. Oh, mhm.
Now you're a radio show.
Let me go. I'm
I don't know what it is.
I
have
thought you
no
were a
idea what
dopey
it is.
podcast. Now you're a radio show.
So before I open the prize in the box, Dan, if by chance that you are voted in as the mayor, let's just hypothetically here between you and us and our 9 listeners, if by chance that you are voted in as the mayor, what will we see from you moving forward? How will people see you and get communication from you? Have you been able to think about that if that actually happens?
Well, sure. I mean, communication is the key. Communication is, people need to know what's going on. They need to know that there's a plan. They need to know that we're going to do the best we can to move in the right direction. They need to know that their input's going to be valuable in making the decisions going forward. So, I don't know exactly how I'll get all that information out. Obviously, I'll still be working with you guys to get out as much information as I can, as fast as I can, no matter what happens after the election. But it's just about getting the information out as fast as we can get it out. Information is key. People are making life decisions based on decisions that we're making, decisions that the county are making, decisions that the state is making. So the faster we can get that information to people, whether it's through Facebook, whether it's through Twitter, or whatever it is, if I got to do dopey videos, I'm not one that likes to do these Facebook Live videos, but I'll do them if that's what I have to do 3 times a day, whatever it takes to get the information out. I'll get it out as fast as I can and try to answer questions as fast as I can. I guess I don't necessarily have a plan as to how fast I can or how I would get the information out, but I like to think outside the box and
right.
Take suggestions. And I think it's very important that you listen to people that have been there before you so that you can understand how we got here. And then you can use those things from different people to formulate how you're going to move forward.
Super. All right, Dan, I'm going to keep you in on this because you're a music buff. This is my dad's collection of 45s.
And everyone sees how well you took care of it because there's like an inch of dust on the thing, for God's sake.
You can't get rid of the dust, dear. It would
That's
take
patina.
The character out of it. Yeah. What?
That's patina.
What the hell is that?
He doesn't know anything.
My dad used to buy these 45s, and he's got like, I don't know if you can see them, but there's numbers. Like he would number from 1 to 100, and then he would stick these 45s. I mean, I don't even know if you can find anything to play them on. Like
there's all kinds of new things out there, Ed.
The Sensations, the first one I pulled out, number 53. No, number 74 is. Have you ever heard of this one, Dan? The Sensations.
I've heard of the Sensations. And nothing sounds better than an old vinyl.
Yeah, I think a CD does, or maybe something on the computer sounds better. But all right, what is number 87 in my dad's collection? Take a guess.
The Commodores.
Do the New Continental by the Dovels. Now, if there's anybody out there that knows anything about this, I got to pull out a good one. All right. This is number 64, Raisin Sugarcane by the Untouchables.
There you go.
You pick one out.
Yeah. I'm not letting my dad's collection.
Maybe you need to start. Maybe you need to go out. Ed, you can get something that would play that, and it's a digital format that could come through. Maybe
I'm scratching them, just pulling them out, though.
Well, maybe you need to play it. One of them every opening of every one of your happy hour shows.
That's a good idea.
And play a good song.
They kick you off Facebook when you play music. Anyway, I've got 4 of these. See what it says? Eddie and Dee Dee. That was my parents' names. My mom's name was Dee Dee, and my dad's name was Eddie. And
I'm glad it wasn't the other way around.
I'm trying to see if there's anything anybody here recognizes.
Well,
you're not touching my old records.
I'm not touching you.
Oh, I'm breaking them all. I've cried before. Devon and the Belmonts. I'm sure Roger knows all these songs.
I think that was Kim's theme song 35 years ago when he got married.
So listen, don't think you're funny, Jack. So, You do. Everybody does what their parents do, right? They never want to be like their parents, but they obviously they want to be like their parents. They just want to say they don't want to be like their parents. So I got a Welcome Back Cotter box, like a Welcome Back Cotter collection. And I would go to the record store every Friday after I got my allowance and buy a new one for like 99 cents. You know, when you're growing up through the 70s and whatever, 80s, and just collect them like that. It was it's so crazy how everything changes when it comes to music. But, you know, the Temptations and that era of music is fabulous, just unbelievable.
ELO.
Not ELO. What's wrong with you, ELO?
The Daz Band. You gotta like the Daz Band.
Daz Band. Name one song by the Daz Band.
I think they sing. I knew you were gonna put me on the spot.
Yeah, listen.
Open that door, Dan.
You know what I was
like, no, don't do it.
Yeah, you know what I think we should do, Dan? The first time, like, if you're voted in as mayor, you should do like walk-up music, like here.
Well, like disco with Dan. Is that
no? When you come, they should introduce you the first time coming through town hall, whatever the town hall is, and just start playing walk-up music like a professional wrestler does.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard you say.
All right, you're cut off.
What would your walk-up music be?
How many drinks did you give him?
No, what would your walk-up music be?
Not to the town.
Like
you make a mockery.
Oh, come on.
But so if you were dressing up for Halloween as a disco person, as a disco inspired professional wrestler, what would you be?
Answer? Enter Sandman.
Oh, it would be George Clinton for sure.
George Clinton. What song does he sing?
Oh, he sings all kinds of good songs.
Well, what's the song? If you're going to be your walk-up music, you got to. Chris says it should be the Eye of the Tiger. That's a good one. That's a good one. I like
Tiger.
That. Yeah,
that's not disco.
All right, so let's do it this way. Let's say that Karen Woodson is elected to the town council. What do you think her walk-up music should be?
You'd have to ask Karen Woodson. I don't know.
You suck. You want to answer any of these questions.
All right, moving on.
Let's see Patrick. If Patrick is elected, what's his walk-up music?
I think his is definitely staying alive.
Well, he seems to like cigars.
Staying alive. That would be a good one.
It's got to be something from like the Untouchables or like Sinatra or something. I could see him doing the Rat Pack.
We can hear you, Megan.
Yeah, see, she's giving me answers. I told you.
Might as well just come on into the screen.
Just get on the show. What's the big deal?
Come on over.
It's just a dinky podcast. What is she doing?
She said she loves you, but she's on tomorrow, and you don't need to see more of her.
Oh, that's right. Megan, who's she coming on with? Mary? She coming on with Mary tomorrow?
Yes, that's what I was told.
All right. Yeah, we're getting the $20,000 check. Eye of the Tiger. You're getting lots of votes for Eye of the Tiger. Oh, that would be a great idea. The first time the new council, there should be walk-up music.
I am permanently damaged from Eye of the Tiger.
You know, I don't know if a friend of ours from Tampa, who maybe or may or not be listening, Cricks and Wes, she always got a kick out of the first time I met her at Mardi Gras. I came dressed in, I know it's hard to believe, but I came dressed in a tutu and socks up to here. And, I got into the spirit. And the first thing I said to her when I walked up is I said, I'm bringing sexy back. You didn't get it.
You're going to do that at the council meeting? Listen, before we do the Pledge of Allegiance and the convocation, I'm bringing sexy back.
Well, this is the happy hour show, honey. We can
just break it up. Or she doesn't want you to have fun. Is that a problem today?
No, she told me I'm not helping myself.
Oh, please. It's not like you're running for election. And it wouldn't hurt you, by the way, to have personality. You do have personality. It doesn't hurt people to have personality. Yeah. Everybody that watches our show has some. They probably don't vote. But
everybody but you.
Oh, geez. So, dear Dan, I almost called you dear. That's what I call her. I don't ever call you dear, Dan. So somebody, when I think I was talking to Patrick about this, he's come a long way, by the way, from his first appearance on our show when he was Mr. Angry Man. He's really come a long way and softened up. And, I don't know. It's going to be close on Tuesday. That's all I have to say. I don't know what you think about it, but he was talking about when we were trying to figure out how could you rally the community? What's it going to be? Is it going to be a beach cleanup? He said that you guys have been talking about maybe doing the bike parade.
Yeah, I think I mentioned that, on your bucket show, that's something that is really fun, that everybody seems to like it. And obviously we're still a ways away. It's just, I would personally like to do it just because it's fun for me. This month has gone by so fast that my favorite holiday is Halloween, and I didn't even know it was Halloween. It came and it went, and it was kind of a blur. So, this is a little further away. It's gotten bigger every year, and it just brings smiles to people. It just brings joy. It brings happiness. People like to ride the bikes with the colors and the sing the caroling, and it's just a fun event. So if there's a way that we can make it happen, I'm certainly going to do everything I can, because we'll see where we're at with the cleanup at the time, and last thing we want is people to be unsafe and have to deal with it. But if we can't do that, I'll come up with something else. We'll figure something else out that we could spread some cheer. I just don't know what it'll be yet, but I think it's got to be something, because everybody could sure use it. Everybody could use a little bit of a break from the reality every once in a while, and get out and try to bring a smile back as best you can, and just keep plugging along.
It seems like Estero Boulevard is, getting cleared up pretty good, that you could, maybe not going up side streets unless you had special tires, because, but at least down Estero, and with all the lights, that would be super cool.
Yeah, they're doing a heck of a job of cleaning up, not just Estero, but even the side streets. I went down quite a few side streets today, and although there's still some debris, obviously a lot of the appliances are still there. A lot of the C&D stuff has been picked up, and piles, just as you take a pile away, another one comes back, it seems like. But it's much, much better than it was 3 weeks ago. And, it's day by day. There's a lot of trucks out there, many more trucks than I remember seeing even a week ago. So, Crowder Golf, their team is doing an excellent job in expediting this removal of the debris as fast as they can.
I think that even though people have been frustrated by the fact that there's debris everywhere, you'll probably look back on this years from now and say they got rid of debris in record time, because it's a catastrophe down there. It's no small task to get rid of houses and boats and cars.
When you're talking about millions of cubic feet, it's just crazy.
Yeah, it's like I told you, they estimated 2.5 million cubic yards of debris to be removed, and to try to do that in 60 days, that's a monumental task. I'm really hoping that the federal government can step in and give us some more time. We're going to need it. We're certainly going to need it, because even today, there's, you think the boulevard is starting to look like it's getting back to normal. You're starting to see the sidewalks a little bit, and then you go down the side streets, and then you realize, well, there's a sailboat sitting in someone's yard still, and there's a rooftop from someone's house, or there's a whole house still sitting in someone's front yard. There's still a massive amount of debris there, and it's going to just take some time to get it done. So people continue to be patient. I know I keep saying it, but you got to be patient. These guys are away from home. They're working their butts off to clean up our front yards for us, and our backyards and our canals. So we just got to be patient with them. We got to understand that, everybody's in the same boat here, so to speak. We've all got stuff in our front yard that we wish we could get out of there tomorrow, but you just got to let them do their jobs, and we'll get through it.
Do you have any idea when they're going to start cleaning out the water, like dredging, and FWC is going to start that process?
I don't know the specifics on that. I do know that they're down there with sonar, and they're doing some of these sonar readings. Doris Grant's daughter actually was in here the other day, and she's working with some of those teams doing that work. And it was pretty interesting to hear kind of what they're doing. And she brought in some donations, very sweet lady. And, so she was kind of telling me a little bit about how that works, but they are working on the canals, finding out what debris is down there, so they can make a plan as to how to pick it up.
When we were at Nervous Nellie's, just right there was a couple refrigerators and people's shoes and
cars.
Stuff. It's got to be just so crazy. I don't know.
Yeah, you sometimes forget that when you see what you see on the streets, doesn't correlate to what's still behind the houses in the canals. You know, we got many canals, and obviously the mangroves. Anybody that's ever walked to the back bay and just looked at the mangroves, there's a lot of cleanup still ahead of us. This is not going to be a week or month thing. This is going to be years cleaning this up.
So Dan, a couple quick things and we'll let you go. Do you know if the Times Square Community Resource Center has been officially opened or set up? I know there were, that Allison was working on that. Where do we stand on that?
I believe it. I have not been down there to check it out, but I believe Mayor Murphy did a video today down at Times Square showing that it was set up. I have not seen that video, but I've heard that they did. So we got a couple dogs meeting. But yeah, I believe it is.
All right. And did you have any other questions, or are you good? All right.
No, we talked about what else you need.
Yeah.
Is there
all right,
anything
man.
we left out?
We'll see you in the morning with a couple generators, whatever we can fit in, and
maybe Cookie,
and drop off the dog for you. The big
oh yeah,
blowfish.
bring Cookie by. I every time I see those bulldogs, I think of the old commercial. Kibbles and bits.
Yeah. Oh wow, another blast from the past right there.
See?
That's 2 dance moves you've busted out in this show.
We're gonna come up with.
You know, how do you think I hooked Megan? It wasn't because of my devilish good looks.
It was your smooth dance
she felt sorry for me, quite honestly.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
Just stop. I'll go out on a date with you. Just stop.
All right, man. We'll see you in the morning. Thanks
a
lot.
Thanks, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't like to say this while he's listening, but the future mayor of Fort Myers Beach right there, Councilman Dan Allers, and he is getting ready to take over. Got to put my cans back on before we wrap this thing up. What do I look silly with the headphones on? We want to, again, just to recap everybody before you go off and do your Friday night thing and I go to bed. We are at $302,512 in our fundraising effort that we thought was going to net $10,000. We are going to give a $20,000 check tomorrow to the Community Foundation and the Women's Club. And then we're going to figure out how to get the rest of the money out to as many businesses as we can so that it's $155 for the residents, $155 for the employees. And then, we're moving on. We're moving on to, we're going to close the accounts. We're going to close the Amazon or pass it off to somebody else.
We'll pass it on.
Yeah, it's everything.
There's so many people and they're
right. Everything went great.
Able to do that. And
then we're going to try and help everybody for Christmas, the spirit of Christmas with Jim Jameson and his wife. And we're going to help try and find 20 families to make a great Christmas for kids. So that's our plan. And our plan is to keep getting great information out there to you so that you can rebuild, because we want to cover the rebuilding. We want to make sure that we're out there helping you as much as possible as you rebuild and getting all the information from the experts out there, like Scott Allen. Yes, a paid advertiser, but also a good guy. And he really knows what he's doing. Everybody knows Scott. And we're going to have him on Monday night with Tom Torgerson. So Monday night, you'll not only hear from Scott about what they're doing, but you'll get a Margaritaville update on the show Monday night. Then Tuesday night is election day, of course. So we're going to start at 7, which means an extra long nap. We're going to start at 7 because the polls close at 7. So we want to be able to announce the winners of the election and then also to get the winners on the show wherever they are. I know Karen is going to be at the Buckets on Tuesday night for her rally. And 10% of the proceeds from...
What is that with you every time towards the end of the show? You need a Tums.
10% of all the sales at Buckets...
swallowing too much air while
on Tuesday night are going to be donated to, I think, to the 33931 fund. So that is Tuesday night. And then tomorrow, Saturday, somebody was asking, we're going to be at the Beach Baptist. So Mary from the Women's Club and Megan, who wouldn't come on the screen tonight, Dan's wife, are going to be with us at the Women's Club at the Beach Baptist tomorrow, so we can give them a check. Eddie Rude's coming on because he claims he has money to give us, so we'll see about that.
a minute after. What'd you give him? 10 minutes?
I gave him 10 minutes.
Okay.
If he can keep it to 10 minutes, then he's good. But after that, it's $1,000 a minute. And so Eddie's going to be on and bringing money. And then we're going to talk to John King for the last time before the election. So that means we had Karen on last Saturday, Patrick on Wednesday, and then John on Saturday. And you guys have either voted or you're going to vote on Tuesday. And then the next town council takes over on the 21st. So that's how it works. The meeting is Monday. The election's Tuesday. The next council meeting is on the 21st. So that's what our plan is. So if you want to donate, you can. So I'm going to put this information back up here now. If you want to donate to the fund, you have until Sunday at 5 o'clock to donate to this fund. We're still going to sell the T-shirts. We have, I think we still have 100.
And we got to work on the sweatshirts. It's getting cold around the rest of the country.
We're going to get the blue sweatshirts rolling. And we're going to, we sold 150 more T-shirts in the last 48 hours. So these are the T-shirts. They say when we rebuild, they will come back on the front with a great picture of a man carrying the United States flag, USA flag on the front, and then on the back, it's the Yellow Army. And then we are going to organize the beach cleanup. It seems like we got the A-OK from Dan the Man. So, that. What day of the week should it be? Like what?
I don't know, but don't do it while I'm away, though.
Oh, okay. So you're going to Utah. And so we need to schedule that. So yes, hoodies. We're working on that. We just don't want, and by the way, please don't buy from a scammer because you're not going to get anything. You guys know by now that when I post it on the top and I link it to our news page, and anybody that posts underneath that, by now you all know. I see you all protecting the tribe here. You're writing on the Facebook page that it's a scam.
Thank you
for doing that. That would be nice. Yeah, that'd be nice. I'm trying to read it. We could just sit here and read the comments the whole time, but that wouldn't be as entertaining as you talking, dear. So, the last.
No, but we do really appreciate you guys logging on, spending some time with us.
Wasting your Friday night, by the way.
They're spending some good time with us, and we do appreciate it. Able to read your comments, go back and forth. Yeah. We look forward to meeting all of you at some point.
Can you imagine like a drone footage shot of all these yellow shirts on the beach? Right. Great. So this I wanted to show everybody.
You showed it already.
No, I don't think I showed it with the right explanation though.
Okay.
All right. So this was given to us when we were at Buckets last Friday, when we were there for the whale. And you know who it's from? It's from Dawn, the manager of Silver Sands, what used to be Silver Sands. She came up and she handed me the bag, and she didn't really say anything because she was so emotional that she just passed it off and she kind of left. And, I was going crazy and we've had it up here on the shelf.
I love it. Put it back up. I really love it.
But I'm going to explain that she told me the man who made it was from Michigan. He's a veteran, and he donated it to her to give out to community leaders that have helped our community since Hurricane Ian. So Dawn, please tell your friend how much we appreciate the gift. It's sitting right on the counter, right on the shelf, right next to the show. And we appreciate that. Anything America, we love. And so thank you to Dawn, and thank you to the Silver Sands, who unfortunately is no longer there.
I do want to read that it is the garrisonflagcompany.com, garrisonflagco.com. This thing, it's really nice. It's a good size. It's made very well. I love it. I do. I love it.
Awesome. So anything that you want to add, we'll be back tomorrow morning with our guests out on the beach at 9 o'clock at the Beach Baptist. So if you're on the beach and you want to come by, that'd be great. If you could come by and chat and say hi. I usually get there early.
We should get there early and pick up, do a little cleanup.
Well, you could do the cleanup. I like to set up for the show while you hobnob with the people.
Whatever.
All right. I think we're done for tonight. We will see you tomorrow morning, and remind everybody that you have until 5 o'clock to donate to the fund. You have until 5 o'clock to use the Amazon wish list. And then it's time to move on. Phase 2. Thank you all. We love you.
Have a good evening.
Bye-bye.